Starting off my barbering career, I wish I would have known 5 simple rules to build my clientele. If you're a barber or cosmetologist in school right now, the number one thing you should be doing is building a brand. Do everything that you can to get people aware that you do hair. Don't wait to get out of school to start advertising and to start letting people know. It starts now. This way, you're already going to be building a platform. So whenever you do get out of school, people are going to be excited and they're going to want to get their hair done by you because they've been following you on this journey since the beginning. So as a student, build your platform right now. Okay, so jumping into the rule number 4. Rule number 4 is about consistency. And what I mean by consistency is, now that you graduated barber and cosmetology school, you're in a barber shop or salon, they have professional work hours. Or if they allow you to set your own shop hours, but whatever it is, you set your time and your work days accordingly to your schedule, and you stay true to that schedule. Stay consistent to that. And the reason why this is so important is people are so used to a routine that you can easily open the shop any day and stay consistent and advertise that day and hours, and I guarantee you will have people coming in at that time. You attract what you put out. If you attract early customers are going to come to you. If you attract late customers, they're going to come late to you. Now, if you would like to stay a little bit later, then fine, stay a little bit later. But I do advise you, as a beginner, take your time, be patient, and focus on the professional work hours. That way you will be able to stay more consistent. You're not going to burn out, and you're going to want to stay in there. Those professional work hours is going to be a whole lot easier for you, and I promise you, you'll be able to build a clientele off those professional work hours. Going into number 3. Number 3 rule to build a clientele is be social. And what I mean by that, you're in a barbershop or in your salon, people are constantly coming in, and you gotta keep this in mind. You're the only one that doesn't have clientele yet. The other stylists or barbers in your shop, they most likely already have a clientele. So they already have people coming into the shop. So how can you build a clientele with their clients without taking them away from them? All you have to do is be social. Instead of sitting down in your chair, texting on your phone, or stressing why you don't have a clientele yet, get up, move around the shop. The shop phone rings, you answer it. Answering the shop phone is very important, and I'll tell you why. You're going around in your shop being social, you're interacting with other customers, and at the same time, you're making yourself known in the shop. You're showing your presence in the shop. People are going to be like, oh, who's that person? Is that a new girl? Is that a new guy? Let's just say that your coworker Susie has a customer walk in through the door, and if you're the first one to greet them, then right off the back, her client already made interactions with you. So what happens is the person that you greeted, they're going to go and tell their family member, they're going to tell a friend, hey, I just walked into All Tangled Up Salon and they had this new girl, or they had this new barber in there. He's really nice, he helped me out, he made an appointment for me, he's trying to build up a clientele. You should really go check him or her out. And that's how that happens, guys. That's how you build up clientele off your coworkers' clients without taking their clientele from them. So your coworker's client is going to help you build a clientele. If you go into a shop that's already busy and everybody already has a clientele, then that's perfect for you because your coworkers will already be booked up. So whatever walk-ins coming through the door, guess what? That all flows to you. That's the beauty of this industry. Once everybody in that shop is booked up, then a new person gets hired on, somebody walks in, and guess what? The new person gets a clientele. That's the beautiful thing about this industry, and that's what I love it so much. But like I said, be social within the shop, greet people, answer phone calls, make your presence known. Let them know that you're in there. Like I said, don't be sitting in the back room eating your lunch, not helping out with nobody. Nobody even knows that you're there. Be social, be hanging around, and I guarantee you that you will build a clientele. Alright, so now we've been through number 5, 4, and 3. So we're getting closer to the number 1 rule. But first, let's talk about number 2 rule. Okay, so the number 2 rule to build a clientele is social media. And this kind of goes back with the rule number 3 about being social, but this is an even better platform. This is social media. It's one of the biggest and most innovative way to build your clientele. All you really have to do is snap a picture, post it up there, hashtag it, and you're done. But keep this in mind, social media can be one of the best ways to build a clientele, but you also have to keep in mind that it might be one of the ways to destroy your career in the barber industry. And whenever I say destroy, it sounds a little harsh, but I want to advise you to keep it professional. And what I mean by that is post great pictures of your work, but keeping that in mind, if you go to a party, you're sloppy drunk, and you post it on your social media as a professional in this industry, then that might hurt you a little bit. Let's say Billy's mom goes on your Instagram page and she's looking at your work, but then all of a sudden she sees like 3 or 4 pictures of you just sloppy drunk, falling over, barely have any clothes on. And that's not going to put out a good vibe for them, right? She might be more hesitant to come to you rather than if she goes on your page and sees that you're really trying, you're working hard. She sees pictures of you going to classes. So keep that in mind when using social media. Post some of your great work, not so great work. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Post pictures on there. The number one thing I hear people say is, oh, I don't have a camera. I don't have a nice camera to take pictures of my work. It doesn't matter about the quality as much as it does putting the content out there. As long as you're putting content out there, then people are going to notice, and that's really all you need for right now. Now, eventually, while you start building up your clientele, you start making a little bit of money, you can start investing in yourself and upgrading to better cameras and better quality, and that's going to be part of the journey. I'm not saying don't be a robot. Don't just put just all work. They want to see a little bit about your lifestyle too. Let them know what's going on in your life, but keep it decent, keep it professional. And if you want to show that you're going to parties or you're hanging out with girls and stuff, that's fine too. But create a separate page for that. Keep your personal life and your professional life separate to a certain point. It's alright to post your personal life on your business page, but make sure it's decent and it's kid friendly and everybody can enjoy it. And on your personal page, you can, if you want to take a picture with 5 girls at the club, then that's fine too. But try to know which one's decent for what and which page, and I guarantee you're going to build a clientele off of that. And the number one rule is the easiest but the most hardest rule that you can have while trying to build up a clientele. I don't know why it's so hard for some people, but for some people it's the most difficult thing they have ever done in their life, and it's the easiest one ever. And so many people have failed because they cannot follow the number one rule. So are y'all ready? Are you ready? Alright, so the number one rule, and it's about to blow your mind. Be at work. I know. This sounds silly, doesn't it? Be at work? Like, who doesn't know that? Like, you gotta be at work. Of course we gotta be at work. I know I gotta be at work, George. Like, why are you telling me this? I know that I had to be at work. Guys, y'all will be so surprised at the amount of people that are trying to build a clientele, but they will not be at work. For some reason, they'll literally go home early on a Wednesday because it's a slow day, and because it's a little slow, so they'll leave work at 12 o'clock in the day just because they're tired. Nobody has walked in through the door in the morning. They go home. Guys, you cannot build a clientele while you're at home. At least if you're at the shop and it's still slow, then there's still that potential that one client will walk in and that'll be one client that you didn't have and one client that you're not going to be able to have at home. So please keep in mind, you got to be at work. You got to be at the shop. You got to put in hours at the shop. Even if it's dead, you got to sit there. When I sit there, do stuff, but you got to be at the shop to build a clientele. You never know the one client that you might have missed out on just because you were tired and nobody was walking in, so you went home. You never know. That one client could have had so many more friends and families that's been looking for a barber, but since you decided to go home that day, or since you decided to not come into work that day because it's a Tuesday or it's a Monday and it's slow on Mondays and Tuesdays, then you never know. You could have missed out on a great opportunity by cutting the one client's hair, and he could have opened the doors for you for lots and lots of people. So with the number one rule, all these other rules, they all clash together. You gotta have all of these together, but the number one rule just summarizes all of them up, right? Like, without the number one rule, you're not gonna be able to brand, you're not gonna be able to have consistency. You're not going to be able to be social. You're not going to be able to post on social media. It all goes down to the number one rule of being at work. You got to be there. You got to be at school too. You got to be at school. You got to put in hours at school. You got to be patient, trust the process, enjoy the journey, and it's going to be a great outcome for you. So keep that in mind. And pretty much that's it for today, guys. I will be doing way more informational tutorials on this. I'm trying to mix it up between blogs and tutorials, so I'm gonna try to include both. So y'all follow me on my journey as I travel. I go to different events. I get to meet some of the biggest barbers in the industry. So y'all follow me on this journey, and we can grow together. And hopefully one day you'll be able to join me on this journey. You'll be able to travel with me, or I'll be able to travel with you and go on this different journeys together. So y'all stay tuned for that, and I appreciate y'all watching this video. Y'all make sure to go follow me on Instagram at George's Fades, and I really appreciate y'all taking the time out and just stay to watch this. Thank you. Until next time. Alright, I bet y'all thought I was done. I went over the number one rule, but here's something extra for y'all. Just because I really like y'all, I'm going to throw an extra bonus rule for y'all. And this one, like I said, like every rule is very, very important, but this one is extra important as well. Whenever you start to build up a clientele, whenever walkers are coming into your shop, you want to be sure that you treat those clients walking in to the best of your ability. You want to make sure you greet them as well as you can. Don't be rude to anybody. Somebody sits in your chair, you got to know that you got to treat them like they're going to be your first and last cut ever. If you were to die tomorrow, that's going to be your last cut. You got to make sure that you feel happy about it, and you got to make sure that they feel happy about it. You got to treat them very, very well. I don't care if you give them a free haircut, whether they're paying you $0 or they're paying you $100. Treat every haircut like it's your last. Treat it like somebody's paying you $2,000 for that haircut. Like, take pride in your work. Do not be scared to invest in your craft. And buy the new clipper, buy the new hair dryer. Whatever's going to help your work be easier and better, buy that tool. If you buy a new clipper, people will notice that new clipper, and they're gonna be like, whoa, like you got new stuff. Like, they're gonna be excited about that because it's gonna show your growth, it's gonna show your journey, and it's gonna show that you're passionate about your craft. So really, that's two extra bonuses I just gave you. You have to treat everybody extremely special. Treat them like you love them. If you really do love them, love them. Like I love all my clients. All my clients are my family, they're my friends, and I wouldn't trade my clients for nobody. God has blessed me with a good clientele. I love every single one of my clients. I do anything for them, and that's why I invest in myself, because I want to give them the best service that I can give them. And that's why those two things go hand in hand with each other. Treat your clients well and show them that you really care for them by giving them a great service and investing in your craft, by taking extra classes and by taking further education, going to seminars, going to events, and showing them that. That's going to really let them know that you're passionate about your craft. And so, like I said, invest in yourself, treat your clients well, and I promise you they're going to treat you well, and in return they're going to get you more clients, and everything's going to work out. So if you're feeling down that you don't have a clientele yet, don't feel down yet. It's part of the process. You have to trust the process. Everybody started with 0 clients. The top biggest barbers in the industry right now, at one point in their life, they had no clients as well. The day they went to the first barbershop, they didn't have any kind of client, and they built it up, and they trusted the process. They were patient, and they're on a pedestal, and that could be you. It can be you, and it will be you. So keep that in mind, and keep all these rules in mind whenever you get out of school and while you're in school. Practice them. Make yourself disciplined to them, and I promise you, you will build a clientele. So don't give up yet. Keep on going. Like I said, build a clientele, and you're going to make it.